site is the First and Boyle or Mariachi Plaza area. In that area, way back when we met with the community, two areas that are still vacant on the west-south corner. It's a vacant property where there is a developer that is working in order to create some affordable housing and some retail. And that was on the basis and request of the community when we were consulting with them. The area right next to Mariachi Plaza, in between Mariachi Plaza and White Memorial, it's an area that the developer could not bring the financing in order to do some of the commercial development. So that area, it's going to be reconsidered. And that's why we are here tonight in order to let you know that we are going to issue an RFP for that area, and we will be consulting with you once again in order to best assess what is it that occurs there. So for First and Boyle, we have the west-south corner of the property, right on the other side of the old Boyle Hotel, which is now beautifully restored. And by the way, Metro provided a loan of $500,000 to restore that hotel to the East Los Angeles community that did a wonderful job in restoring and restoring. In fact, the first cable car came from downtown Los Angeles onto Boyle Heights. Boyle Heights was created by transit. That's why you have a lot of buildings, the older buildings, the brick buildings. Many of them don't have parking. The skills of the building and safety code, the building and safety code at that time did not require a lot of parking, if any, for multiple family buildings. And we had a driving transit and trolleys coming into Boyle Heights. So it's very important for us and a transit agency to understand those variables in that history, so when we restore transit into the communities, we, as much as possible, provide uses that minimize auto trips. That the properties that we own at what I call Chavez and Soul, those are the properties that we acquired when we were extending the red line, the Metro subway into East Los Angeles, which unfortunately was rescoped. It was a long time, correct. So we own land there. We use those properties in order to support the construction of the Gold Line. So that was a good thing. In those properties right now we have the initial proposal, and we went to the board and we consulted with the community, was to do a mixed use, some housing and some retail and market. As I indicated to you earlier, that proposal fell through. And the only portion that is continuing is a market there. Correct me. That's what's going on right now in that area. However, there is a piece that is available that once again we're going to come back to you or tonight. And we have been already having communications with lots of people that we're going to issue a request for proposal so we can determine what happens in the future in that property. First and Lorena. No. First and Lorena. So much history on First and Lorena. The proposal that it's not, it might appear like a large site, but it's not really. The proposal there, when we consulted with the community in the past, was to do some low density housing, and then what's being proposed there is some units of affordable housing. That's what's taking place at First and Lorena. I remember with many of you, when we talked at that time, many of you were concerned about, hey, be very careful. We don't want you to do anything that is going to make worse the situation with El Mercado and the parking and the activity and all of that. I remember that. So what is there now, what's taking place is some units of affordable housing, and that that's what it is. Okay?
Diego, are you making statements of fact, or are you asking for our opinion?
I am telling you right now the proposals that started some time ago, and are right now under development.
Why are we having a community meeting?
We are having a community meeting, as I indicated to you.
If you already have the proposal, and you already made up your mind, what are we doing here for then?
We have 3 sites that we have approved by the board. I'm sorry, 2 of them approved by the board.
And we discussed what to do with them. And I'm telling you that I have to tell you that because that's what it is. That's the truth.
That's not true.
So
on record, it was indicated that the RAC members had voted that they wanted a pocket park in Jewel 7. That meeting was held in Little Tokyo in the Buddhist.
okay.
You were there.
Let's continue and then we'll come back. Okay, there's 2 projects there that have kept going on. One is affordable housing and retail, and First and Boyle, and First and Lorena, some affordable housing. That's what is. Okay. With my colleagues, in order to ask you what to do with those sites that are still available. So that's what I'm here tonight. And that's why my colleagues are here. Okay, now Greg Angelo is going to explain all these people. He's going to explain the sites that are available.
So why you're here. The 3 projects that Diego discussed, and we're up there on the slides, we wanted to update you on where we were in the process. The 3 that I'm about to show you are 3 that are going back out for development, RFP. And they're the ones that we would really like to hear your comments about, because we will be going back to our board to get those approved. And we will be adding that, and, along with your comments, to development RFPs that go out on the street. So those are the ones that we would like you to focus on today. Now, when you come up to speak, you can speak on the other ones if you like, but that's really, we wanted to give you an update on where we were on the ones that Diego did, and then the second part that I'm about to show you are the 3 that are available. And very quickly, they're the ones at Mariachi Plaza, the one at Chavez and Soto. Chavez and Soto used to be 4 parcels. We made half of it Chavez and Fickett. That was the market that Diego spoke of. And the other half is open slate. You'll see subject to what we put up. And then the last one is, refresh my memory here, First and Soto. Correct? First and Soto. The first thing I want to do, and do it very quickly, is tell you about our process and give you an idea of where we are on the 3 sites that you'll see after this slide. And I apologize, it's small. We're in the conceptual development.
They will go back to the board in any event. The majority of the sites, however, are brand new. So the answer to your question is, did we come here to get your ideas, or are we going to show you something that's already happened? The answer is really both. In a minor way, we have a couple of sites which were alluded to earlier, where the process has already started, and that is the one that has so far a market. The other one, which we're trying to clarify, has some affordable housing and a retail component. But the majority of the sites, as you see, are wide open, and we're at the very beginning of the process. These are the ones in particular, although we want to hear your thoughts on the ones that have already started. But in particular, we'd like to hear your thoughts on the 4 sites that are completely wide open and that we are preparing design guidelines on to ask the development community to come in and say, here's what we heard from the community, here's what we think by looking at the zoning, make us proposals for development later. So we want to hear that in particular, so that's really the reason for the meeting today. So with that, we can go ahead and talk to the folks that would like to comment.